Hi there. This is a guide on the Aquatic Ruin 1-zip, I guess tutorial, you might say. So, uh, I want to quickly shout out Kaan and say that this setup was found by him for getting into the loop. Originally, you would just spin dash, jump, release your jump somewhere midair, and then pray you get into the loop. However, this was found, I believe, in late 2020, and it makes this a lot more consistent. Now, you can get subpixeled, at least I think it's subpixeled, and there's not really a way to manipulate it. However, you still have a good 60 to 70% chance of getting it. It's pretty high. So, yeah, let's get started here. So, the beginning of the level is pretty much the same. I'm gonna kill his badnik here, so I can actually show the pixels off. But there's 4 pixels that you want to be standing on. So this is the first one. You'll see besides Sonic's foot, if I can stop it, besides Sonic's foot, there's like a blade of grass, and it kind of forms like an H shape a little bit here. And you want Sonic's foot to be right beside this H formation, without any space in between. So this is the first pixel. And on all these pixels you want to do the same thing, but let me show the other ones off first. This is the second pixel. You'll see Sonic's foot is kind of like inside the beginning of the H, the first line of the blade of grass. This is the second pixel. Oops. This is the third pixel. And then this is the fourth pixel. I don't really have a way to identify these last two pixels. I just kind of know what they are. So if you learn the first two, learning the other two should be simple enough. Now, once you're on these 2 pixels, you want, or any of these 4 pixels, you want to do a semi-perfect spin dash, which is the second fastest speed for a spin dash, or 11.5 pixels per frame, and also I believe 96%. I might be wrong on that last one though. But you want to do that speed of spin dash, and then you want to jump on a specific frame. So you want to jump 2 frames after this. Let me try to pause on the actual frame. On this frame here, you want to jump. And as you can see, I get into the loop. And it works with all of these 4 pixels. Now, let's actually talk about what you do once you get into the loop now. As soon as you get into the loop, you want to be holding neutral, and then you want to do 1 repause. It doesn't really matter how long the repause is, as long as it's relatively quick, like somewhere around 5 frames, not exactly, just somewhere around there, you should be good. And you want to hold left out of the unpause. And this is giving us a good visual cue for when to roll for the zip. So pretty much you want Sonic's foot to be kind of like aligned with this line here. Or for optimal speed you want it to be past this line actually, but we'll get into all of that in a second. And once you have this cue, you want to roll, and you want to jump 2 frames after I'm pausing. Now let's actually talk about how this zip works in technicality. So essentially this loop is split up into 32 pixel ranges. And in each range, if you're on the very left side of one of these ranges, the very left pixel, you'll get the fastest speed. So the more left you are, the faster your zip speed is going to be. Ideally, we want to be on the far left. However, there's a few reasons we might not want that as well. I'll get into that in a second. But even something like this is fine. This isn't very fast, but you're still going to get like an 18 with this. And potentially even a 17, depending on your ending. But let me show off a bit of a faster speed. Let me go back. Rewind a bit. So this is not optimal speed, but this is very close. So as you can see, Sonic is still off screen, and he only comes on screen very late here. Now, if you have this speed to where you don't see Sonic when the screen starts descending, you want to pretty much wait a little bit and then just start mashing jump. Now that was a bit early. I want to wait until the screen's like all the way down and then just start mashing jump. Because timing this jump when Sonic's off screen is near impossible. And as you can see, I got it here by just kind of mashing jump. And then the rest of the levels as normal. Now, there's a few reasons why you don't want to try to get optimal speed. So let's say I do something like this, right? As you can see, I'm not zipping. Now, why is that? Well, I'm actually zipping from the very last range in this loop that you can zip from. If you go past the far pixel here, the far left pixel of the 32 pixel range, you won't zip, and you might try to jump out and just straight up mess up. That's the first reason why you don't want to go for this. Now, you might be asking, well, why can't we just do it in another range? Well, you can. However, for one, there's not any good visual cues I personally know of. Like, let's see what I get here, right? See, this is terrible. I don't even make it onto this platform. But the second one is that if you go past the range, you're still going to lose your run because you're going to get slow zip speed, and something like that will happen, for instance. If you get very slow zip speed, at that point, this honestly isn't even worth it. You're just not saving any time over doing the level glitchless. And the second reason you don't want optimal zip speed, let me try to get it here. No. No. Nope. This is very tedious. There it is. So, oh, never mind. Hold on a moment. It should be this, right? Oh, interesting. Actually, I think this is it, and I'm just getting self-pixeled. Let me get a different save state here, actually, because this is a very, very bad save state. I got the same thing. Please, come on. That should be it. Oh gosh, dude. There we go. Okay, so if you get this optimal zip speed, you can actually hold right here and you won't speed cap. Sorry, that took a while. You won't speed cap here, but this presents a lot of issues. Sonic is going to be off screen for way too long, and it is savable, but it's very difficult, and you also don't know, like, if you're going for this, you don't know whether you got it. If you don't get this and you hold right here to try to go down the slope, you're going to speed cap every single time, no exceptions, which is why rolling here is way better. Even though it's slower, it's safe, and these are the two main reasons. Like, the faster your speed here, the harder this jump is to actually make it work. I'm actually getting very lucky in this instance. I have like very good subpixels, so I'm getting lucky on this jump. However, most of the time it's not going to look like that. Most of the time you're going to get screwed over by that jump if you have very fast zip speed, which is why I recommend that you go for the middle ground and try to pause somewhere. Somewhere like this. This is even too fast, but even something like this will work. It isn't super fast, but this is still attainable. Something like this works very well. This is perfect. Actually, this is what you want. Something like this, where Sonic only really comes on screen after this wall. This is like what I would prefer to get in a run over anything. But regardless, this is pretty much how you do the zip. Now I'm going to talk about one last optimization. And this is only for optimal zip speed. If I will ever get it again, obviously. Okay, I got it. So for one, just make sure not to speed cap here. But you can do a frame perfect jump here and release jump. You'll land on this slope. Which allows you to bypass even needing to get the speed shoes. However, this jump is very annoying and it's kind of dumb at points. This is not needed. This is like an IL strat, but if you had like a slow beginning or something, you can go for this, I guess. You can do this with any zip speed. It's just mainly used for optimal, since that's the only way you can get anything under a 17. If you do this with slower zip speed, you're not going to get anything under 17. So that's just the thing to note. But that's pretty much it for this. Like, there's not much else to mention. I guess I can show off the other pixels working as well. So you can see that was the second pixel. It worked just fine, and I'm zipping. Let's do the next one. Oh, I'm getting subpixeled. Fantastic. That's what getting subpixel looks like. You just get pushed out of the loop, kind of. But I can assure you this pixel does work. You can trust me on that. And then this one, also getting subpixeled, but it does work. Oh, actually, last thing, how to back this up. So if you get this, you want to just hold right here until you land here, and you want to be on the spring, and then you just 6-tap. And then the rest of the level is as usual. Like, this is just standard glitchless, not on top of the loop. If your spin dash is too fast, or you're standing too far like this sometimes. Oh, interesting. Let me stand a bit farther. Oh, okay. Sometimes you'll go on the loop like this, and if that's the case, you just do on the loop strat. And for those of you who don't know what that means, you 6-tap, you pause to see what subpixels you get. If you get good subpixels, you'll kind of float onto this log. But if you get bad subpixels, like something like this, I don't know, you'll fall and you need to speed cap before the log. Otherwise, you'll bonk it. Anyways, this is dragging on for way too long, so I apologize if it was kind of slow or anything, but that's pretty much Air 1 zip, so I'll talk to you guys later.